Hey, my name is Radu. In this video you'll see how to generate random numbers in Excel. And because we're like being random right now, I'll show you more. I'll show you also how to generate random dates in Excel and random names. Okay, let's begin. So let's start with random numbers. I want to generate a batch of random numbers from 1 to 100. I have a function for this, it's called randbetween, and it's pretty simple. I just give the bottom value and then the top value, and that's pretty much it. It will give me random numbers from 0 to 100. I would like to mention the fact that these values are not necessarily unique. We can test this. We can see, for example, that 25 it's here and here, but we can clear duplicates afterwards if you want unique values. So this is how you generate random numbers from 1 to 100. These are whole numbers, so not with decimal. Let's see what duplicate values we have here. So we have 25 and 12 are duplicates. If it's okay for us like this, no problem. If not, we can very easily remove duplicates with this option in the data field, data tab. So this is how we generate random numbers. Let's go to the next example. Now we want to generate random dates. For example, I want to generate random dates between today and, let's say, 1 year after today. So I'm gonna put the current date here, and then I'm gonna put this date plus 365. That's like a year after today. Maybe you've seen the fact that every time I make a change in this sheet, the numbers here change. That's because every time I change something in this sheet, Excel recalculates everything. I can also force this by pressing F9. If I keep pressing F9, I'll see that Excel gives me new numbers all the time. So, random dates is pretty easy also. Randbetween. This time I won't use a number as a bottom value. I'm gonna use a date. So bottom is gonna be the first date, top the second date. What I want to do is also to block this with F4 to add the $sign and then multiply this, let's say, until here. These look a bit funny because they're formatted as general and I want them as text. So let's have them as short date. You can see that they're dates between today, 19/04/2018, and sometimes next year. We can also press F9 to give us new dates all the time. So numbers, very easy. Randbetween. Dates, still randbetween. But let's talk about names. Names is a bit funny because the names are not in a numeric format, no, they're text. So how do you generate random names if you want to generate text? What I did was to create a sheet. I copy pasted from Wikipedia a list of Romanian names here. This is the first name and this is the last name, and I gave each name a value, a numeric value. So what I'm going to do here is to have two randbetweens. From bottom it was like 1 and I think 49, and the other one the same, 1 and 49. If you're wondering, Radu, why 49? It's easy because I have 49 values here. Okay, at one end what I'm going to do is to create a VLOOKUP, and it will look up this value in this table array. This is like the first name. I'm not explaining the VLOOKUP function here. If you want, I'm sure you'll find a great tutorial about this. And what Excel does actually right now is to give me a new name every time I refresh this. What I'm going to do is to mix this with the second VLOOKUP, and let's have a space between, and the second VLOOKUP that will give me the last name. So lookup values here and then table array. What you can see here, I think this is not necessary, the space, I think the name already has a space, yeah. If I press F9 multiple times, you can see that each time I get a separate name. And if I multiply this, I get a whole batch of different names. There are times, let's see if we have duplicates here. So we have no duplicates right now. Maybe if we press more. Okay. There are times in which Excel gives me duplicate values because it gave me the same values here. But if I want to avoid this, I can just create a longer list of names. I only had like 49 names. If you have like 1000, the probability of having duplicate values is much lower. So, as a conclusion, duplicate value is pretty simple. Rand between bottom and top value. Dates. If you want to generate from random dates, you just put one date as a bottom value and the other as a top value. And if you want to generate random names, you will want to use also VLOOKUP and have something like this, like a table that has an ID for each name. That's it. Hope it was useful, and if yes, follow me on YouTube or on my website, and see you in the next one.